Hey guys, Phil here at Woods Tree Farm. I'm excited about today's video because today is the first time that I'm really going to put my new splitter to the test. Well, new to me. I bought a secondhand splitter off of Facebook Marketplace. Thought it was a pretty good deal. I've been keeping my eye out for a splitter for a few months now, and every time one comes up at a really good price, I've missed out on it. But this one had actually sat online for a couple weeks. I offered the guy a couple $100 less than what he was asking, and after a little bit of back and forth, we ended up agreeing on a price that I thought was fair, and so I went and got it. The splitter's been sitting here on the property for a couple weeks now, and I haven't had a chance to use it. Now I'm going to use it. So I've got some pine logs here that I need to cut up into rounds. There's a couple oak rounds already here, already cut, that I can haul down to the woodpile where the splitter is. And then down by the splitter, I've got some other stuff that's already cut in the rounds, and I've got some of those huge pieces of oak that I can also test out on this splitter. So let's get into it. Let's see how this splitter does. It's a 27-ton splitter, so I'm really interested to see how it does in some of the really big pieces, and I think I'm going to likely have to try it in both horizontal fashion, the normal way the splitter is set up for the smaller logs, and then some of those bigger pieces I can hardly move them around, so I'm going to have to lift the splitter up and try it in the vertical mode as well, and we'll see how it does. So follow along today. Let's have a little fun. Here we go. I'm just going to load these up in the truck, take them down to where the splitter is, and we'll test it out. I could cut up more of this today, and I got another pile of logs back there. I got logs everywhere, but really just want to try out the splitter, and I want to show you guys. So load these up and get it done. There's the splitter. It's the Champion 27-ton horizontal or vertical splitter. I think they sell these at Home Depot. They're about $1,100 retail. So you know, it's an entry-level consumer grade splitter. Not the smallest one you can buy at 27 ton. I've seen 20 and 22 tons, and then even smaller electric ones. So This should be able to handle most of the logs that I got. The biggest ones that I have right now are right over here. These are 22 to 24 inch oak, and pretty much everything that you see laying around here that's split, I've split by hand so far. There's a couple random piles that I need to stack up. And then I've got a whole bunch of smaller logs. That's a mix of gum and hickory and oak, and nothing over there is bigger than 12 inches, and I've been slowly chipping away at that. But hopefully I can knock all this out, get it split and stacked and drying so that it can sit out here in our hot Virginia sun and season and be ready to burn this winter. Okay, so looking over the splitter, like I said, I got this secondhand. You can see here just in terms of its condition, it's in overall pretty good shape. I think it was stored outside a little bit, so some of the paint is faded, and there's still not a lot of corrosion though. It's all in all in really good shape. So let's check the fluids and fire this thing up and see how it splits. All right, first time firing it up. We have ignition there, fuel cut up there, choke there, throttle there. All right. Well, I've been pleased so far with how this log splitter has performed. I've got a couple more gnarly logs here with more branches. I don't think the splitter will have any trouble with that. This was one that I started splitting up with an axe and I couldn't get any farther because it had this big old branch on it. I'll test that out. I want to cut a slice off of there, and I got right here this piece here. It's going to have this big branch right through it. So I'm going to cut 16 inches off the end of this log, which is going to include this branch section. I'm going to cut that off, and then we'll see if we can get that on there. I might have to tip the log splitter up in order to get it over there, but we're going to try it out. Okay, so I think to lift this up, all I got to do is pull one pin. Pull one pin. Okay. And then lift. All right. Oh, okay. So when you lift it, it actually has to slide on that pivot point in order to get flat on the ground. So when I lift it back up, it's going to slide back up that pivot point in order for that bracket to line up with that hole down there. No. It's a big chunk of wood. Alright, so which way do we want to do this? I think I want to do it this way. Ouch. Now, when my hand slipped, I just whacked it into that. right, well, how did the Champion 27-ton log splitter do? I think it did pretty well. In about an hour and 15 minutes here, and that included time spent cutting up that extra big log, that 22-inch oak. It went through everything that I gave it. There was one log, actually it was on the part of the oak where the branch was coming through. That was the only time it really got hung up at all. All I had to do was just shift the log a bit. It went right through it. As far as everything I gave it today, it did everything I wanted it to do, and I really can't imagine needing much more of a log splitter than this. I mean, unless I get into doing a lot of firewood production and trying to sell a lot of firewood. I think for my needs, this will do what I need to do, and it sure beats splitting by hand, I can tell you that. So if you got any questions about the splitter, you got questions about our farm, questions about what we're doing out here, by all means, leave those in the comments below. I'll be happy to answer. And I'm sure you're gonna see a lot more of this splitter in action out here on our farm. That's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Stick around here just a second. I'm gonna spin the camera around and show you everything I cut here in the last hour and 15 minutes. There it is, nice size pile of wood here for an hour and a little bit. And could have done more if I had more logs pre-cut. That's a good little mix of pine and oak. And I've got a few more rounds over there next to the pallets. In case you're wondering, this here is my hand washing station. I just published a video the other day of me building that. So if you want to see how I built that, how I put that together, go check that out. All right, guys, well, thanks for following along today. Appreciate you guys, appreciate the followers, all you new subscribers. Hey, welcome to the channel. Appreciate you following along. And until next time, I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye, guys.